Hey YouTube, how's it going? So today I'm kind of starting off this video with like kind of bad news. Today is actually Thursday the 8th of November. And there was a crazy shooting that happened like not too far where I live in Thousand Oaks. I believe 12 people were murdered. The gunman was a 28-year-old ex-Marine, mentally unstable. And like I felt like I couldn't start today's video without at least acknowledging it. I'm not going to go into like detail on like my politics of this or anything like that. But all I can say is, how many more people will our government allow to be murdered? I can't even imagine what the victims' families are probably going through right now. I can't even fathom it. So anyways guys, back to our regular scheduled video. Unfortunately, I have some more bad news regarding my fish. Do you guys remember my monster goldfish, the Shabunkin goldfish? That fish died last night. And I'm not really sure why, I'm not really sure how, but it died and it kind of made me wonder, okay, is there something wrong with the quality of the water? So what I'm going to do right now, I already called them up. I called up PetSmart because they do free water testing. If you bring in like a sample of your pond or aquarium water, they'll test it for free and let you know if there's anything wrong with the parameters of your water. If I take this sample to PetSmart and there's nothing wrong with the water, then I have no idea why that fish might have died. The only other thing I could think of is that, you know, it's November now. We're getting into like changes in the temperature. Like it'll be fairly warm during the day, but it'll actually be quite chilly at night. Like we probably got down to like maybe 60 degrees, maybe even the high 50s last night. I'm not 100% sure. And if that is an issue, I'm going to have to think about what I'm going to do next, because I don't want to leave my fish out there if it's getting too cold for them. Now, apart from that, guys, I actually have some good news. Last night we hit 500 subscribers, and I would just want to like give you guys a thank you. I just want to like thank you guys because you guys got me to 500 subscribers, and I'm like very thankful for that. On Monday, because today's Thursday, but this video actually won't go up until Monday, the 12th. That's actually my birthday. November 12th is my birthday. And the other day I was thinking to myself, because we're getting close to 500, I was thinking, oh man, that would be so cool if I actually hit 500 subscribers by my birthday. That would be like a great birthday surprise. Thanks guys, I appreciate it. That's an awesome way to, you know, start my birthday. So right now I'm going to go ahead and collect a sample from the pond of water, probably just put it in a cup, and then I'm going to take it to PetSmart, and I'll let you guys know when I get back like what the verdict was on the water. Hey, what's up guys? So I'm home now. It's like super windy where I live right now. I'm going to have to cover the pool pond in a little while. But yeah, I just threw some food in there for the fish, and they are going to town. Let's check on our Blackmore goldfish. They were over here a second ago. Where are they? Oh, here we go. There's one over here. It's funny, I don't know why, but they don't really seem to swim with the other fish. They kind of hang out by themselves. And they haven't come up to eat food. I see them like eating stuff off the bottom of the pond, but they haven't been coming up to the surface to eat any of the food I throw in. I don't know if that's normal. And then check it out, the other one's right over here. Hanging out at the bottom of the tank. They're actually both hanging out at the bottom of the tank. Alright, let's go inside because I don't even know if you guys could hear me out here because of the wind. Alright guys, so as I said, I'm back from PetSmart. So this is what I did. You know, I got like 2 plastic cups like that have never been used. What I did is I just got a cup of water from the pool pond, just scooped up some water with it, and then I got my other cup, and what I did is I got my bucket where I usually add the water and then add the water conditioner to it. I took a separate cup of that also with the water conditioner in it, just to make sure that the water conditioner was working. So I brought both those cups to PetSmart in Northridge over here, and they tested my water for free. Like, if you guys have fish or anything and you live near a PetSmart, like, yeah, you could always bring a sample of your water there and they will test it for free. And they test it for like all sorts of things. I really wish I took a picture of the testing strip. What they do is they have these testing strips that test for like, I want to say like 7 or 8 different things, like your pH, your nitrates, your chlorine, the hardness of your water, like a bunch of stuff. And the guy tested mine and he was like, whoa, actually your water's really good. He told me my water's really good. Like every test they did came out perfect. So what that tells me is that it wasn't, my fish died, my Shabunkin goldfish died, but it's not because of the quality, it's not because of the water of the pond. So then maybe it could be because the temperature changed quite fast here. Like we're having like pretty nice weather, and then like last night it got pretty cold. Also the night before that it was somewhat cold. So maybe that just gave that fish a shock. But then I told that to the guy. I was talking to the guy at PetSmart and I told him that. I was like, oh, maybe, it could be because it got cold the past couple nights. And he was like, yeah, it could be, but if that were the case, I would expect to see more than just one fish dead. And I was like, yeah, that's a good point. If that's what it was, like, why did only one fish like get a shock from that? So that's kind of what I was thinking. So I don't know. It could have been that fish was just sick. I've had him for probably like, how long have I had him? Like maybe close to 2 weeks, maybe not even 2 weeks. So yeah, guys, I don't know. I still have like a couple weeks here until the temperature is really gonna start dropping, like into December, like when the temperatures are really gonna start dropping. And then I'll probably have to decide what I'm gonna do, because if I feel like it is too cold out there for the fish, one option I have is I could keep some of the fish indoors, if not all of them. Just keep them indoors for the winter. Most goldfish should do fine outside in the cold though, but I don't know, guys. I'll just have to wait and see. I was looking into heating the pond, but I was looking into the cost of it, and that would cost like hundreds of dollars a month to heat that pond. So that's kind of out of the question. The next easier thing to do would be to just keep the fish inside in a large aquarium or like a stock tank or something, but I don't know, I haven't really decided yet. Because the fish could also be perfectly fine outside, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some more research and figure it out. Hey, what's up guys? So now it's like 2 days later since that last clip that you guys saw. Within that time, a lot of Southern California has caught on fire. There's like wildfires like everywhere. I know this is more kind of like a fish kind of pool pond kind of vlog, but like I can't ignore like the huge events that are like so close to where I live. It's just been like a crazy couple of days. Luckily, where I live in the San Fernando Valley, like the part of the valley where I live isn't that close to the fires, but it's really crazy, guys. Like I've seen fires spread so far. Because I don't know if you guys don't know, I live we live there's mountains like all right here. Like these mountains back here, like several times we've had big fires here. We've been, encouraged to evacuate, but luckily this is not one of those times. Like the fires we have right now are out of control. And like, I know it's like you guys can't really see, like on camera it doesn't really show up, but if you kind of like look, the air is kind of hazy. Like it's not 100% clear, and it really smells like smoke outside. But we're just really lucky that the wind isn't blowing towards us, or else we would have all the smoke over here and all the ashes. But yeah, hopefully those fires go out soon. It's just like the time of the year when weather conditions are really good for starting fires, and it's just like you have to be like really careful around here with fires. Like a lot of people I don't think realize how easily a wildfire can start. It's really crazy. Luckily the wind really died down over here, And today I don't think there will be any wind, but tomorrow I think it's supposed to start up again. Let's go take a quick look at the pool pond. I had it covered pretty much like all day yesterday, all night yesterday, and it did really help with keeping a lot of the pine needles out. So let's go take a look at it real quick. Here we go, guys. Yeah, I took the cover off this morning, and it really helped keeping a lot of the pine needles out. I did have to fish a couple, like a little bit of pine needles out, but for the most part, the cover did a good job of keeping the pine needles out. Yeah. Oh, there's one of our black moor goldfish. Let's see if we can find the other one. Here he is, right down there. On the side of the plant pot. Check out these minnows over here just hanging out on the side. It's a really peaceful day today, guys. Apart from like all the fires going on in other parts of the valley where I live, it's a very peaceful day today. I did prepare some water to add to the pool pond today. That's about 10 gallons right there. So I'll go ahead and put that in right now. We are losing kind of a lot of water, like with the evaporation, the dry weather, and the wind. It's just really, I'm probably gonna have to add, I'll try to add maybe another 10 gallons after this. Alright guys, now I'm going to prepare 2 more buckets to add. And I know I've said this before, but these buckets don't have anything chemical or toxic in them anymore. They're completely clean. These buckets, they've just been used as buckets for probably the past like 15 years. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to let those buckets sit for like maybe like 2 hours or so. And the reason I do that is because the water that comes out of the tap is slightly colder than like the water in the pond. So I leave it out for like, usually I leave it out for like a day, but you don't really need to, like, probably an hour would be fine. But I leave the buckets out for like, I'm going to leave the buckets out for like 2 hours right now, just so that the water temperature of the buckets like reaches like, the normal outdoor temperature, so there's no change in temperature when I add the water to the pond. And as for the water conditioner that I just put in there, that's pretty much instant. That works instantly. Guys, check this out, just to give you guys an idea of how like smoky it is. Even though it's not really that bad, but usually you could see mountains right there. Right now, all you see is like white, but usually there's you could see the mountains there, and they come all the way around. You can kind of see the mountain over there, but over there you cannot see anything. So I usually feed the fish around 2:30 in the afternoon. Right now it's only like, it's not even like noon yet, so I'll wait. Probably once I'm ready to put that water in the pond, I'll also feed the fish, and we'll get some, footage of the fish eating. But in the meantime, I got one other thing I want to do. The other day, I bought this terracotta saucer. I'm still not 100% sure if I'm even pronouncing that right. But pretty much like one of those saucers that goes underneath a plant pot. Here it is right here. It's a pretty good sized one. So pretty much what I'm going to do is I have this plastic saucer, or like, I think it's like a lid for like a Tupperware or something. But I'm going to put this saucer inside there because these are not waterproof. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this gravel to here, and I'm going to plant more of those little aquatic seeds that I have. These are them right here. A lot of people use these in their aquariums. And if you guys remember, I actually planted some of these onto some lava rocks, and I put the lava rocks down into the pool pond. But what happened is a lot of the plants, you know, they floated free of the lava rock. They didn't cling to them. I thought they would. That was kind of just an experiment I was doing. So I think what would happen what would be better is if I put gravel in here, planted the seeds on there so that they're kind of more like buried, I guess, or I don't know. I think they'll be held down better with the gravel. And then I can go ahead and put this whole thing into the pool pond. So I decided I'm going to do this over here because I would like them to be in the sun. So let's get started. So check it out, guys. We got a nice even layer of the gravel. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spray this down with some water. Because what happens is that these seeds, what I've noticed before, is that once they get wet, they'll stick to anything. So once they get a little bit moist, what I want to happen is I want the gravel to already be kind of moist so that when the seeds fall on it, they'll automatically like start sticking to it. Because if I were to just pour the seeds into water, they would probably just float. Like I did try that before and it didn't work. So this is definitely the way to go. By the way, guys, in case you didn't know, the kind of plants that these grow are this kind. This is what we're going to end up with in the end. I planted this cup with those seeds when I first got the seeds just because I wanted to see like how easy they were to grow, and they are very easy to grow. So if you look close, guys, you can see all the little seeds. I didn't pour all of the seeds in. I still have like that much. But I think this is probably enough. Yeah, it's pretty much like that all over the place. I tried to do it like pretty evenly. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put some more water in here. So there we go, guys. I added the water, and as you can see, most of the seeds, let's see if we get close enough to see. But most of the seeds, they stayed on the bottom. As you can see, we did get some seeds that floated up, but most of the seeds stuck to the rocks at the bottom. And if you look close, like you could actually see the little gel. I don't know what, the technical term for it is, but it's like a little gel coating the seeds get. And they're extremely sticky. They'll stick to like anything that touches them. So I'll keep you guys up to date with that. In a few days, we should start seeing that grow. And what do you guys think about this? I just moved my 2 40-ounce terrariums and some of the plants that I've been kind of experimenting with. I moved them onto this bench by the window, and it kind of is a perfect spot for these, I think, right in the sunlight. Check it out, guys. I had some chia seeds. I just found some chia seeds in our house. I think they're meant to like cook with or something. And I planted them in this Taco Bell cup right here. And they grew so fast. Like, I'm not even kidding. These things grew like crazy. So I definitely want to like incorporate these into a terrarium in the very near future. Because I think they I think that's so cool. They made like such a bushy, condensed kind of plant. And they were super easy to grow. I think they would probably do fine in a terrarium. So as you can see, guys, I do have several bottles that are waiting to be turned into terrariums. So I have some terrarium videos coming pretty soon. And just one other thing I wanted to show you guys. If you guys remember, I don't remember, maybe like 2 vlogs ago or something, I showed you guys a piece of driftwood that I had that I wanted to add to the pool pond, but I was kind of trying to figure out a way to make it safe to add it to the pond, because a lot of like driftwood, when you get driftwood and you wanted to add it to an aquarium or a pond or something, you have to boil it, and there's no way I would be able to boil this giant piece of driftwood. So I think I found a solution. It's not like a very efficient solution, but I mean, I can't think of anything else, so this is what I'm gonna do. So that's the driftwood down here. Like, as you can see, it's like pretty big. Like,
It's kind of muddy down there, so I don't really want to step down there, but it's probably about, you know, maybe 3 feet long. And one of the things that you want to get rid of in driftwood is tannins, kind of like what tea has. It's the stuff that makes water turn brown. And so I think what I'm gonna do, because I'm pretty sure this wood is safe. It's been out here like ever since we moved to this house like 21 years ago. And it's been out in the rain, it's been in the sun, like I'm pretty sure it's clean. But just to make sure, I'm gonna put it in I have a large kind of bucket thing. I'm gonna put it in there, see how much of it'll fit in there, fill it up with water, leave it outside for maybe like a week or two, check on it, see if the water has turned brown. If the water has not turned, like gotten a brown tint to it, it'll be safe to put in the pool pond. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Alright guys, so I know the whole piece of wood isn't in there, but it's just enough so we know if this part turns the water a brownish tint, then we'll know it's not safe. However, if it doesn't tint the water, then it should be good to go into the pool pond. The driftwood will also have to get waterlogged, so like leaving it in that bucket of water will, like, you know, fill the wood with water and it'll be able to sink to the bottom of the pool pond if it's safe enough to put in there. Alright, so let's go. Oh, I just walked outside without it. Let's go feed the fish. There we go. Alright guys, well hopefully we got some pretty good footage of the fish on the GoPro. And that's gonna just about do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed that. In case you're new here, my name's Tobias. I do a lot of these pool pond videos, as well as like a bunch of other videos. I do reviews, vlogs, cover songs, terrarium videos also, reviews, like I do it all guys. And if you haven't yet, I encourage you to go check out my channel. And if you like what you see there, hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, give me a like, that really helps me out. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.